And today is the 10th of January 2023. It's a very special day for me as a stunter because it marks the 15th anniversary of Dissimilar, which is my first solo in GTAStunting. And I decided to bring this video to you. I'm going to make kind of a reaction video and not only react to the stunts, but I'm going to give some behind the scenes commentary, some insights, some stories, and how did everything came together in this video and what happened later. So yeah, happy birthday Dissimilar, and just let's watch it. So I'm going to pause a lot, don't worry. So Video Prox. This is the kind of a brand from Theftman, who was the editor of this video. And well, I want to give some context because, well, how did he ended up editing my solo? So, well, as I said, this video was released at the beginning of 2008 on the first days. Well, until then, I didn't have a proper solo on GTAStunting. I have appeared in some of videos during 2007, which was the year that I started stunting. I did a few videos with Rod. A few weeks before Dissimilar, I appeared in the collab with that Haskell had organized at Alta 4. I also appeared in Fracture with those taxi stunts, so I was a pretty well-known in the community, but as I said, I didn't have the solo. And I also wasn't in a crew. And these were two things that I really wanted to do. On the last few months of 2007, I was pretty bored. I was finishing high school. I was on my second to last year of high school. And well, the school years in Brazil, they go from the beginning to the end of the year. So by the time November, start of December, I was finishing my school year and I was pretty bored. I had already finished my tests. I didn't have anything to worry about. So I had a lot of time in my hands to stunt. So I started learning stunt after stunt, started a lot of stunts. Some of them went to the collab with Rascal, but some of them were just, my replay file was just piling up with full of good replays. And well, first I decided to join a crew. I wanted to join Twisted Metal Stunters because I really liked those videos. I really liked the style of those videos. I wasn't like in love with Bambucha, Tech Jam. I got inspired by those videos a lot, right? So I messaged Kingjad and I said, hey man, you got a space in your crew for me? And he said, oh yeah, we're kind of full, we're not really looking for new members, but just send your stunts, we're going to check it out. So I made a compilation of my stunts, most of stunts from Dissimilar, and I sent him. A few days later, I started talking with the guys in the crew, and those were really nice guys, but at the end, Kingjad came to me and said, hey, oh, I'm not going to do his Scottish accent, but he kind of said, yeah, no, we are full, sorry. So, but we became friends, and I started talking to him a lot. And I said, hey man, I wanted to make a solo, and do you know anyone who can edit that? And by the time we were using MSN Messenger, and he just pulled Theftman on the chat and said, hey Thefty, you wanna edit a video? And I was like, oh, okay. Because, well, I was kind of baffled by that because he was a veteran at the time, already a veteran. He had edited a lot of good videos that I liked, and I said, okay, things are getting serious now. And we started talking, and he agreed to edit the video. And, well, then it happened. And I'm really grateful for that, for Kingjad for introducing me to Theftman, because I ended up joining Chaos Theory after that. And Chaos Theory was a rising crew on the time. I think he won the Breakthrough Crew of the Year because they did Final Touch 2, which was a banger of a video. So yeah, I was really happy to have Theftman edited this video, and it really fitted the style of well, that I wanted as a solo. So yeah, let's go. I really like this, that he pulled the entire video in reverse. That was a really nice idea. It gives some spoilers of what's to come, but yeah, it goes really fast. It was really creative from him. And well, Dissimilar. Just let's talk some names here. So in 2007 I joined GTAStunting with the name Donfia. I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest. It didn't make any sense, even for me. No one knew how to write it. Some people thought it was Swedish or some of those countries because, oh, what name is that? But yeah, that name that name means nothing. It was just I remember I made that up when I was playing Pokemon as a kid, so I just wanted a name for my Charmander, and Donphy just just came to me. And the second E was like just a typo on my second playthrough of Pokemon. And the GG came a few years later because at the time I was playing a MMO called Tibia, which was very popular in Brazil, and I wanted to create a character there, and I put GG because I was a big Green Day fan at the time. So yeah, that's the origin of my name, and it's also Kinjat's fault that I ended up using that for too long, because at the end of 2007, I was in the collab with Rascal Alta 4, and if you watch the video, he misspelled my name. He wrote like Don't Forget, and I was like, I can't continue using that name. Like it means nothing. So I went to Kingjat with who was admin of the forums at the time, and said, hey man, please just can you change my name in the forums to Kaio, which is like my real name? And he said, I won't do that. I refuse to do that because, well, it's your identity now. You are Donkey Cat, you are Donkey Fuck. He used to call me Donkey Fuck at the time. You are the guy. I'll say, okay, I'll stick to it then. So, yeah, I ended up using that name for a few years until the end of 2010 when I finally changed it to Kaio. And Dissimilar, well, it's not because, oh, I'm strange, I'm unique, I'm the only one. No, I just went to a dictionary. I was on the computer lab of my English school, and I needed a name for my solo, so I just went to the a dictionary and said random words until I find one, and Dissimilar came to be. Yeah, that's the story. So yeah, that's cool. 3D effects were a thing, a big thing in 2008.
One, two, three, four.
Okay, this first stunt, let me get a better frame. Okay, this is a skimmer bump, and well, everyone knows that this stunt got obsolete in 2010 when Barney did it naturally and landed at the top of the house there. So yeah, but at the time this was one of my favorite stunts in the video because well, this is one of the first stunts that I landed with the no bushes mod because well, it's impossible to see what's going on here without the bushes. I really liked because it was a big distance, big air stunt. I wasn't really so good at big airs and all those different methods like, oh, let's take a skimmer on the fence to bump it. So it was a new idea for me. I really liked it because of the gap and the fact that I was bumping a skimmer. But yeah, it's a good opener. I think I asked Edmund to put it as a Edmund, no, Theftman, to put it as an opener because it kind of fit the style. Feels like an opener, you know? Yeah, the rotation was. This was kind of a fillerish stunt, and a lot of stunts that I landed on for this video was just me just playing around at the map. I used to play around this spot a lot with bikes and cars and tanks and taxis. And then I did this boost, I landed the precision, the small roof, and I said, okay, yeah, it's a good stunt. But nothing special. I don't know, I liked it, but yeah, it's a fillerish, kind of filler thing. I like this one. At the time, I love wall rides. I like landing stuff with combos with wall rides, and I even got some. I think I got one or two combos like this in Alta 4, but this one is really clean. I mean, I get this wall ride and I do the green the grind here, even got the little bump, and well, I know I should have tried a little bit harder and to kind of do a longer grind here or just get the combo to the other rail there. But yeah, I'm still a big fan of Roids, But yeah, if you watch my videos, I always land one or two, so I like this stunt. It's cute. It's good. Come on. And this basketball court is a classic rail spot. Speaking of classic stunts, this bus stoppage screen were really popular at the time as well, so why not? This one was hard as fuck. I think it was like 10 hours trying this. You can imagine how annoying this one is. I mean, let's watch it. I mean, I think this is one of the only, if not the only, freeway Packer 2 bumps that I've ever landed, because I got traumatized by this. And this place to land is so hard. I mean, it's a really small. Freeways are kind of annoying to control, to land, and this place is so annoying because we have this diagonal wall. And I remember I had one good attempt in which I bonked on this ledge here, and I kind of landed sideways here, and I don't know why. I just pulled backwards and I fell off the roof. So I got so frustrated, and I had like 7 additional hours of attempts until I landed this. But I'm really happy with the result because I got a cool rotation, got a cool landing, and other thing that was annoying was these sidewalks because the Packer kept just glitching on the road. So I always had to go back and put it back in place. So yeah, annoying stuff, but yeah, I'm happy I landed it. Oh, this one is a kind of super combo. You might call a double grind because the first grind was not a proper grind, but yeah, looks cool. I like that. This one is also one of my favorites. I think it's the last. That Fury Packer to bump was the first stunt that I landed for the video, and this one was the last stunt. I landed it on the New Year's Eve. So I love how clean, how good this stunt looks. I mean, it's a water gap. The effects on the color correction, everything on the Testament video and editing makes it look so cool. And I don't think I had a water gap before, a water gap of this style. And landing that roof as well was, I mean, it's one of my favorite ones. And I got 2 rotations as well. This one, no. The inspiration for this one is obvious. It was inspired by Plethzorb's Packer bump from Bambucha, which is one of my favorite videos. And that's funny because I started trying this stunt during a morning, and then I went to my friend's house. I was trying to get him to stunting at the time, and so he had Vice City and Liberty City on his computer. So I showed him this spot. We did some attempts, and he ended up not stunting a lot more after that, and he was into some MMOs then. So yeah, but yeah, we tried. I got close to landing that. And that night, I went home and I said, okay, I'm going to land it, whatever it takes. So I spent some 3 hours, and I finally, I found this on the same day. And the thing that helps with this stunt, because I can start a run-up on top of that mini hangar there. As you know, I love Liberty City Airport. I think it was my first new landing on this roof. I think I had a Packer bump on Auto 4, but it's not that impressive. I really like this one because I got a lot of air and I got this rotation, and when I kind of bonked the edge of the roof here, and I continue spinning. So yeah, this one is the same as the taxi one. I love to mess around. I still do. I love to mess around in this spot in the backyard of the mansion, and I ended up finding this spot and landing that and say, oh, it looks good. So yeah, just put it on the video. I mean, this airtime is so sexy. I mean, I just get a vertical bump with a kind of 180 rotation. Another stunt which the inspiration is obvious. It was inspired by Daffy's grind from double right 3, in which he grinds the other rail. And well, the only thing I don't like about the stunts is the fact that I don't get a longer grind. I'm a bit too fast. And a few days later, some guys released a time-limited video in which Tackleberry redid the stunts, in which he comes from this little ledge here and ramps on this higher ramp. So he gets less speed and he gets a better looking grind. So, but yeah, I like that. Yeah, this one's a bit fillerish. I mean, I should have worked harder on this grind, to be honest. So, one of the first videos that I watched when I joined GTAStunting was Postmortem by Daffy. And this is one of my favorite videos until today. And one of the things that impressed me was he landing all those billboards. And I always wanted to have a billboard landing to call my own. I decided to try that. I thought it was going to be really hard. Because of the angle, because of the fact that those billboards are not that big of a place to land. But in fact, this was kind of fast to land. I think I landed within half an hour. This was the first proper bump that I got, and I landed it. I remember when I landed it, I was like, oh, come on, don't fall off the back, don't fall off the back. And then I managed to brake and not fall off the back. This one was annoying. Well, you can see by this clip that I got a lot of rotation. I think I bailed on this roof like 5 times because, well, I always did some mega spin and landed on the roof and then I just fell off my bike. And this one I got little less rotation, so I managed to hang on. And the fact that the tank kept moving every time I bumped, so it was really annoying. And I started to run up on the sidewalk over there. And I didn't know that I could start the run up on the little porch of the building over there, which would give me more speed. So that could have saved me a few hours. So I always approach this ramp with less speed than I could have, which made this a little harder. But yeah, I was really happy that I landed that. I thought that the only way that I could land it was just bonking on the roof and stopping my rotation. But yeah, I got lucky on that one that I managed to stop spinning. I think the inclination of the roof helped a little bit as well. Ledge greens were a thing in 2007. I mean, after Barney did what he did in Unorthodox and after Skander's green in Fracture, I wanted to do something like that, and at the time, I think it was Christmas Eve, I was stunting and I said, oh, I've never seen someone grinding that pipe. And I went there and did it. It was really easy, I mean. And I think a few years later, Stream did that grind where he came up from this side of the hill and did a combo. I tried that a few times after I landed it, but it was too hard for me, so yeah, it's a simple ledge grind, and I liked it. It ended up being my avatar in GTAStunting as well. I really like that, the camera angle and the color effect that Taftman used on this one. Yeah, this effect. This one was not annoying as the freeway one. It's kind of a similar. Got a similar rotation. However, this one was closer, so I need to get a more vertical bump. I thought about landing the top, but yeah, it was too hard for me. I don't even think it was landed until today. Oh, I think I saw someone landed, but I don't know. I mean, I never thought it would be possible to land the top. But yeah, I like the stunt. I think I should have worked a little bit harder to get a cleaner landing, in which I don't touch the higher part of the wall there, just to make a smoother landing. But yeah, I think this didn't take a lot of time to land. I think it was like half an hour only. But yeah, I like that one. I think I owe GTAStunting an apology for putting this fucking flatbed here. I think everyone who watched this video asked me, Kai, why the fuck did you do that? It was entirely possible to land it naturally. And yeah, it is. I did that. I did that 13 years later. It was 2021, I was stunting. I think I was doing an online class that I was just listening to. And then I decided to open GTA and start stunting, messing around this spot. And I managed to land it. Twice. One by bumping on this little wall, and one by bumping on this garage here. And sadly, I don't have the replays with me because I don't have access to my old computer. I'm in Canada right now, and my old computer is in Brazil, and I didn't back up those replays. But, I think Tackleberry comment that this was done naturally. The flatbed here is just for show. I think he said that you don't touch the flatbed. You just bump on the garage here. So yeah. I like the stunt, but it was landed in 2005 or 2006. I mean, this stunt was already 2 years old, and I should have replaced it with something. I didn't know at the time that it was old. I was trying to land the top, but I never managed to do it. But I should have replaced that with this stunt. I landed this one. During that time, they were standing for Dissimilar, but I didn't release it because I think Hot told me that, oh, Sharon did that for Wasteland Heroes video. And yeah, he did that for Ethereal, and his landing was kind of cleaner than mine. You know, I got too much height and kind of hit this invisible wall here. I was supposed to land the top, but yeah, this was supposed to go to Dissimilar, but I didn't send the replay to Theftman. I think I did, but I think he didn't use it because it was old at the time. It was recently released as well. But yeah, I should have done that. I should have put this Packer bump in place of the BSM there. But yeah, this is why I opened Afterlife here as well. After I saw the video, I said, okay, this was the spot for the Packer bump. I think this is the only thing that I will actually change on this video. This and the flatbed. Whatever. It's done. No video is perfect, right? This is another spot that I found when I was at my friend's house, and I decided to go home and try it. This was kind of easy. I didn't think I would manage to land the top part, but I was really happy when I did. This was hard. I decided to try it one morning that I got home from the gym, and I just opened GTA and I started trying this stunt. And in 15 minutes, I managed to get it, but I got too much height and too much rotation, and I landed backwards, so I bailed it. And it took me like 10 hours to get this landing. This was not the first time that this stunt was released. This stunt appeared in Black Winter, which was the Wasteland Heroes video, Christmas video from 2007. I was talking to Farron at the time, and I was trying to get in that meme crew that he created that ended up releasing no videos. I don't know what his name was, like XY, something like that. And I sent him those replays, and he said, okay, no, you're not good enough for us, but yeah, you can join the Wasteland Heroes Christmas video. And I sent him this replay, and they used that. But at the moment I saw my replay on the video, I was like, oh, what have I done? Because the video was so dark, and my Packer bump appeared for like 3 seconds. It was really fast. And I just felt like this stunt deserved more attention. So when Theftman came to me, he was editing the video and said, Kyle, the video is going well, but there's a problem that we don't have a finisher. So I said, okay, you know what? Use the Packer bump. Spent a lot of time on that stunt. I just this stunt wants to be the finisher of my solo. So yeah, I was like, I didn't do that for the beach packer bump that Ferron had landed, because that took me like 15 minutes to land. I mean, I got really lucky with that attempt. But with this one that took me 10 hours, I said, okay, I need that to be the finisher of the video. That's the end. And he was also talking about Ferron. I took inspiration from his packer bump from Deviate. And that's it. That's Dissimilar. 15 years later. And what happened next is that, well, 2008 was a really good year for me, stunting wise. On a personal level, it really wasn't, but on 2008, I landed a lot of stunts. I even got the award for Breakthrough of the Year. I joined GTAStunting. I did some videos with them, and I took part in a lot of cool videos and collabs as well. It all started with Dissimilar, and Dissimilar was a result of a stunting spree that I had, in which in 2 months I managed to land a lot of stunts. And that happened again in 2009, in which I landed in a span of 3 months. I landed a lot of stunts, which also became Dissimilar 2, which was the sequel to the solo, edited by Theftman as well. It even had a song from the same record from the same band. It had a similar style. Dissimilar 3 ended up not happening. I tried to make it on my own in 2011, 2012, but I ended up using all the stunts in other videos, other collabs and volatile reticent videos. But yeah, I'm glad I did this video. I did Dissimilar 2 as well. I think it was the starting point of my career as a stunter in GTAS, because before then I was just like, oh, that guy with the strange name and the Texas stunts from Fracture. And well, after that I had a solo to call my own. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and until next time.